What is happening, everybody, and welcome to today's episode of Why Did I Buy a Mini Truck? On today's episode, I'm just giving you guys a quick update on some of the stuff that we have been working on in the background over this last week. First and foremost, we have reinforced our bed just a little bit just to give it some more rigidity since we are going to be getting ready to do some work in here on the tubs. So I got the tubs kind of where I'm thinking about putting them. Obviously, it's going to depend once we get the bed on the truck just to verify that the arches are in the correct location. But this is kind of the idea I'm playing with here. I'm also going to end up doing a raised floor. We're going to be doing that to clear the C-notch on the truck and also just to give us some usable space in the bed, hide the air tank, and also hide a majority of our fuel cell. So it should work out pretty good. So we have the fenders up here along with our grill. We've also been working a little bit on the tailgate. This one's pretty much ready to go, just gotta sand it down. And then unfortunately with our doors, we did get the pin out and I got all of the pin bushings for the hinges in there. But there's a lot of work that needs to go into these doors to get them back where they used to be. So hopefully we can do that. If not, we do have another set of doors on standby and I'm very excited about that. We're also going to be doing all kinds of stuff. We have our exhaust right here that we still need to make. We have a portion of our diffuser there that we need to mock up on the back side of the bed here underneath where the tailgate goes. We have some stuff hanging up over there that's drying. If we walk over here, our hood is all ready to go. It's kind of dusty right now, but you know, this is ready to go. Now over here, the truck is just hanging out. We have got these panels sprayed out, so they look really good. Getting ready to take the front end apart so we can get it prepped for paint. Also went ahead and got the windows in the back masked off. So what I'm hoping to do is get a little bit more work done on that bed, get the backside sprayed that meets up here to the cab, and then I'd like to get the bed on here. We're going to be picking up our wheels fresh from powder coat up tomorrow. So that's super exciting. Can't wait to get the wheels on this thing and then get the bed on so we can test fit those front and rear flares. I am very excited about that. And finally, the piece that you guys are all interested in, this is the front bumper we are going to be running on the Nissan Hardbody. So this is just the first rendition. It is all fiberglass. There is a guy, Jesse, on Instagram. His Instagram handle is going_hard_body. He is running an E30 two-piece bumper on his, and the measurements are really close, if not like almost perfect for the hard body. So this is what originally started as a upper portion for an E30, and then the lower portion is a mix from an A86 kit and also a little bit of a Bomex intruder style kit. So I really like how this is set up. You could run fog lights down here if you want. I just have a mesh grill in here now, but these cutouts are perfect for the hard body turn signals. So they've been modified. They're a little bit wider. I tried to make it so that it'll bolt up. Now, if somebody doesn't order a front bumper for their hard body, it is also going to include a bash bar. There's no charge for the bash bar, but basically what it's going to do is it's going to bolt up to your factory front bumper mounts, the ones that run to the through the core support to the frame. You're going to unbolt the 4 bolts on each one of them, and you're going to bolt up the bash bar, and the bash bar will allow you to bolt this straight up. We're going to have some threaded inserts, and then what you'll be able to do is up here, there'll actually be some holes on the underside of this. Now this is just raw fiberglass right now. There's no reinforcement or anything in it, but underneath there'll be a strip of probably aluminum that we're going to panel bond. This way when you bolt your hardware down, you won't see anything and you won't have to worry about it cracking or flexing from stress. So I'm still working out some of the kinks there, but I would like to maybe hide the hardware behind it. I'm just not 100% sure how we would be able to bolt up the bash bar or bolt it to the bash bar if it was all hidden. I guess maybe underneath you could reach under and put the hardware up through. But that's all stuff I got to figure out. This is just, like I said, the very first version of the kit. So this front bumper is going to match really well with the side skirts and the rear bed skirts that we're going to have. Basically, the rear bed skirts are going to come out, and then they're going to join as an option. They can join to a diffuser here that'll be underneath, and that should also allow for a variety of applications. Like if you have a fuel cell here, you'll get one that has kind of like a cutout in it for your fuel cell. I'm just going to make two versions. I'm going to make a large cutout and a no cutout, like a cut your own. So if you were working with a different application, you can modify it to fit your truck. But guys, that is pretty much where we're at. I'm very excited. So we are test fitting this front bumper on my bagged king cab. So if it clears my king cab lace frame, if it clears then you guys should have no problem running it. If you're just lowered 2-3 inches, should be good to go, 4 inches, whatever. But I wanted to make it so that if you do happen to lay frame, like my truck will, all this stuff will clear. And then if you see it's a little too tall for you, I might offer a lip extension, or maybe like a little splitter that'll drop it down, something to kind of bring it a little closer to the earth if it looks a little too high on your truck. So I'm just gonna give you guys a couple more shots of that. Very excited. I mean, it weighs almost nothing. It looks really cool. Now, the only modification you're really gonna have to do is I'm gonna make it to where you can put it on just like this, but you'll have to trim the lower portion of your fender, which I'll include a template probably. So you trim it and then you'll just bend it over, and I'll probably supply some weld nuts so that you can put those in there and then thread the hardware up on each side. However, if you don't want to cut your fenders, which some people won't, I'll include a template so that you'll have to shave a little bit of this portion with your fiberglass to get it to tuck up nicely. And then I'll make sure that there's enough here that when it wraps around the back side of the fender, there'll be a hole here, or at least a divot or something that you can drill out to bolt it up to the bottom portion of the fender, where let's say your like your inner fender guard would be. So that's the hopes. Hopefully it works out. I'm very excited if it does. And if it doesn't, well, then we'll just have to go back to the drawing board and fine tune it a little bit. But I think it's gonna look awesome. So guys, with that, I'm gonna leave you. This video is definitely shorter than usual, but I have just been working in here trying to get a bunch of stuff done. Lots to do. I'm trying to get the truck sprayed out before the end of the month. In order to do that, I need to get the bed on the truck, get the wheels tested, to get all this tub stuff done, get the floor pretty much set up how I want it. And then I need to spray the inside here, backmask it, and then we can test fit the flares on the outside for the truck and on the front fenders, and then we can mask everything off and then test fit the front bumper and then make sure that looks good, and then we can spray. So we have quite a lot of work to do. It's going to be a very busy next week or so. So thank you guys for sticking around. That's awesome. We broke 250 subs. Appreciate every single one of you. Get out in those garages, get some stuff done, and until the next one, peace.